Netflix is hoping that paying big TV creators big bucks will help it compete with all of its coming rivals. When hit TV producer Ryan Murphy's series The Politician launches on Netflix today, we will see the first product from the streamer's recent spate of deals with TV creators. Now, reviews so far are not great. It has just a 56% positive rating from over 30 critics on Rotten Tomatoes. But Netflix lured Murphy over from Fox, where he created hits including Glee, American Horror Story, American Crime Story, and Nip Tuck. Now, Netflix has reported $300 million five-year deal with Murphy. It's considered the priciest deal for a TV creator in TV history. Now, Netflix has also inked exclusive deals with other big TV producers. Game of Thrones' David Benioff and D.B. Weiss are reportedly getting $200 million from Netflix, and Netflix has a reported $150 million deal with Shonda Rhimes. She's the name behind ABC's hits Scandal and Grey's Anatomy, among others. Now, analysts are weighing in today with the stock down more than 30% from its highs in May. Barclays writing, quote, "We believe Netflix's biggest problem, ironically, could be too much content." JP Morgan also with an overweight rating on the stock, writing today, quote, "While we recognize it's only getting more competitive, we continue to believe that these new services will not be a major threat to Netflix's subscriber numbers, given Netflix's quality and quantity of content." So when Netflix reports its earnings next month, we'll see what CEO Reed Hastings says about traction for this show, The Politician, and whether it's helping reverse that decline in U.S. subscribers, John, you mentioned that we saw last quarter. Carl, John?
Yeah, well, Julia, I also got to ask you about some more big news out your way in Hollywood. So Marvel is back in for another Spider-Man movie with Sony. Is this Disney blinking? Because Kevin Feige, supposedly he didn't have time to work on another Spider-Man movie, but now he's got time for Star Wars. So what's going on here?
Yes. So just to give the news here. So back in August, Sony, which has the rights to Spider-Man, and Disney, which has the rights to the rest of the Marvel universe, said that they were splitting up. Sony said it's going to make future Spider-Man movies on its own, not having them produced by Disney/Marvel, which has done a good job with those films so far. But then just now, Sony and Disney announced that the third film in the Spider-Man Homecoming series will be produced by Marvel and Kevin Feige, who's the big name over there at Disney's Marvel. Here's the thing, John. I think it's probably actually Sony that blinked. Spider-Man arguably is a much more valuable property if it's also included in all the other Avengers and Marvel movies, if you have that character sort of woven in there, the Peter Parker character woven in. So I think this may be Sony realizing that they would be better off having Disney and Marvel help them out there rather than going it alone.
That means you think they're sharing the profits on this, because that was the big issue, right? Was that they didn't want to give Disney all that extra money. And Disney said, well, if we're going to work on it, we want a bigger take. You think they're actually getting that take?
Exactly.
Or?
Well, look, I don't know the details of the deal. I haven't, this just crossed, so I haven't been able to make calls to my sources on this yet. But I will say there's probably some sort of compromise. It seems like it's better for everyone if Marvel is involved in the production of these movies. I mean, to be able to have Spider-Man basically promoted by all the other Avengers movies would be a great thing for Sony. And arguably, Sony should want to have that expertise with superhero movies from Marvel, which Kevin Feige can really bring. So you would argue that it would be in Sony's best interest to share some of those profits with Marvel.
Yeah, just one more example of the tug of war over creative IP in media. Just incredible this week and this month. Julia, thanks.